Hello, dear students. I am Samir Velankar and I welcome all of you to this another video of control structures in C. We are going to learn the working of nested if else statement under control structures. Now, to start with the grammar of nested if else is we have if with the if first if we have some condition, let's call it as condition 1, some boolean condition which will evaluate to true or false. Now we say if this condition is true, then we would like to run A and B, statements A and B. But what if this condition is false? Condition 1 is false, then we will land in else as you see the cursor place. And if the condition 1 is false, then only we will check is condition 2 true. And if the condition 2 is true, then we will execute C and D, these statements. But what if condition 2 is also false? So we have condition 1 false, we have condition 2 false, so we will land in the else here. The last else does not have any if, so by default E and F will run. This part will run because there is nothing to be checked now. If condition 1 and condition 2 is false, then we would like to run E and F. So that's the nature of nested if else. In fact, nested if else is also many times called as ladder if. It's a ladder because just check that nested if else is many times called as ladder if. It is ladder if because it looks like if some condition then statement, but else if some condition then some statement else. So it looks like a ladder. Now, as an example of nested if else, let's say that we are asked a problem to enter center of the circle. Let's say center of the circle is xy, and we are also asked to enter radius r of the circle. Then we are asked to enter some point x1 comma y1, some other point, and my program should then tell whether this point x1 y1 is inside the circle or outside the circle or on the circle. So what we are going to do is we are going to input xy center. Then we are going to input r, the radius. Also we will input x1 y1 coordinates of other point, and now we will find out d, the distance. We will find distance between the center, that is xy, and the point x1 y1. This is going to be d. You know distance can be found by using square root of x minus x1 the whole square plus y minus y1 the whole square, Euclidean distance formula. And now this d can be compared with r. We already know the value of r, isn't it? So what if d is equal to r? If d is equal to r, then the point x1 y1 really lies on the circle, isn't it so? So we will have something like this. If d is greater than r, suppose, as you see in this example, the distance of center and x1 y1 is greater than this radius. So the point is outside. We will say the point lies. Otherwise, we will check else if. So there comes the nested if. If d is less than r, if distance is below radius, then it is inside, the point is inside. But else, if it is neither of this, then surely the point lies on the circle, isn't it? It is on the circle. So that's the use of nested if that has been seen here. Let's see the coding. In the program, we have declared float variables as we are working with Cartesian coordinates. Xy is the center, x1, y1 is coordinates of the other point, r is the radius, and d is the distance. We will first ask coordinates of the center of the circle, so we will enter x and y in %f format. Then we will ask coordinates of the point, which has to be checked where it lies. So x1, y1 are the coordinates. In %f format we are entering. Then we are entering radius. So r is the radius we have entered. Now using sqrt, square root function, we will find out the distance, square root of bracket square root of x1 minus x2 the whole square will be written as x1 minus x2 into x1 minus x2, because there is nothing called raised to in C language. So you can't do raised to operation. You will have to multiply it. So maybe r square has to be written as r into r. Like that, x1 minus x2 the whole square will be written as x1 minus x2 into x1 minus x2. I'm sorry for this. This should be x1 minus x. I'm so sorry, because x is the center, and x1 minus x. Okay, and this should be y1 minus y into y1 minus y. Okay, correct? Because we are finding the distance between xy and x1 y1. Okay. Now this sqrt function is defined in math.h. So better that math.h must be included. So on top we should write hash include math.h, because the function is defined in that header file. Okay. Finally, we check where does d lie. Is d equal to r? Then the point is on the circle, isn't it? So else if d is less than r, then point lies inside. Otherwise, the point is on the circle. Sorry, outside the circle. So that's the use of nested if. Just check that I committed a mistake here. It was only x2 and y2 written. It was x and y instead of x2 and y2. So I hope you got the idea of nested if else. Thank you very much.